Okay, so this is rounds and squares, starting with rounds. This is the intro.
Welcome back. We are going to work in the round this time. And it is a lot of fun because again you incorporate your foundation chain, your single crochets, and your double crochets. And I will show you that you can work any project from a small coaster to a large bathroom rug with the very same basic system that I'm going to teach you. So there are a lot of projects that can be done, and it is a lot of fun. So let's crochet in the round. Slip knot, and I'm going to chain just 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to make a little sample, and you'll see very shortly what we can use it for. After my 5 stitches, I go all the way into the first foundation chain, and I do a yarn over, pull it towards me, and do a slip stitch to slip the first stitch to the last one. So now we have a small circle. Again, you can put your middle finger on the left hand through here and you can see where your circle is. Now my beginning number was chain 5. So what I would like to do now is to put 10 double crochets into the chain 5 circle. So I chain 3, which counts as the first double crochet. And now here's number 2 and number 3, and I'm going to crochet over my tail for a little while. 4 and 5 and 6. Now you can drop the tail if you like, or you can continue to work over it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have put 2 stitches for each beginning foundation chain into the center of our circle. So right here is my first and base row. For the second row, now just did a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 to connect, and that is now my first row. I'm going to chain 3 again, and now I'm going to put a double crochet right next to the chain 3 into the same stitch underneath. And we're going to continue to put 2 stitches in each double crochet in the row below, which means if we put 2 into 10 stitches, you will have 20 stitches on the second row. So far our formula is that your base row is double the number of foundation chains, and then the second row is double the number of the stitches in row 1. In our case, a chain 5, 10 double crochets in row 1, and 20 double crochets in row 2. And that is the row I'm working on right now. The reason for doing the increase, which we have looked at in lesson number 2, the reason for doing the increase is that that keeps your circle flat. So now when we put this down on our counter or on our leg, you can see that you have a nice circle and it is flat. After this second row now, I slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 of the very first one. Now the formula for our next row is to chain 3 for the first double crochet, and then go right into the next stitch and put 2 in that stitch, 1 into the next one, 2 into the next one, and 1 into the next one. So this is the formula for keeping it flat. On the first row of your stitches, you put 2 in each. On the next row, you put 2 and 1, and 2 and 1. And the secret to keeping it flat, if you're going to continue from where we are now, is to put 2 and 2 in one stitch and then 2 in between, like a double and a 1, 1, and a double and a 1, 1. And then in the next row, if you continue to go on, you would do 2 in 1 and then 1, 2, 3, which would be a double and a 1, 1, 1, and a double and a 1, 1, 1, and so on. And your increases then are further apart with 1 stitch in between, 2 stitches in between, 3 stitches in between, and so on, which is a good formula to know if you're going to make a giant round bathroom rug, which is a wonderful project to do. I am almost all the way around here on my 2 in 1 and then 1 in 1 and 2 in 1 in 1 in 1. And you can see what a nice little project this is going to make as a basic coaster. You can make a set of these as gifts from lovely cotton yarn or something fuzzy like this soft mohair I'm using here. Of course, you want to be careful with it doesn't keep the heat away from your furniture as well as the cotton yarn would. Okay, I am now going to connect slip stitch into the top of the chain 3, and right here you have a lovely coaster to put under your coffee cup. Now remember how I showed you in the last segment to do how to do the reverse single crochet. This is a great place to put your reverse single crochet stitches, and I'm going to show you again how to do it. You're now going from left to right simply by putting a single crochet across the outside all the way around, and it gives you a lovely finish. I would like to do this so you can see how this finishes up your coaster. So to review, we chained 5, we slip stitched to connect to make a circle, and then we chained 3 as our first double crochet, and we added 9 more for a total of 10 double crochets into the circle of the chain 5. Then we slip stitched our number 10 double crochet into the top of the chain 3 beginning stitch, and that was our first row. And for the second row, we chain 3 and put another double crochet into the same stitch, and then 2 double crochets into each stitch around for a total of 20. And in my third and last row, I put 2 double and then 1 and 2 in the next stitch and then 1 and then 2 in the next stitch and then 1 all the way around. And then I connected as always to the top of the chain 3, and then I put my reverse single crochet all the way around for a lovely finish for a coaster.